We're back, and today we're discussing the current state of anime in 2025. We obviously did this in years past, but it's time to really get into it, make the discussions, see what really matters these days in anime, man. And with us today to discuss it, we have Lee the Myth in the house, man. Thank you for coming on the pod today, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for having me on, River. It's great to, finally meet the whole crew. We had a little
Yes,
powwow
sir.
before, but yeah, I'm excited, man.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Got a lot to discuss. I mean, he has a lot to discuss. He's done. I mean, I don't know if you want to just intro yourself a little bit, but you're in a lot of different things right now. Just a quick little, tell me a little
Yeah,
bit about what you do.
yeah, for sure. So, yeah, my name is Lee the Myth, man. That's my art name. That's my pseudonym for like my writing, my music. I do all that. I'm also a filmmaker, a producer, screenwriter, and an actor too. Voice actor also as of late. Yeah, man, I've been in the world of anime at least at this level, current level, for like the last, I want to say 4 years, 4 or 5 years. That's when I kind of made my real kind of impact, I would say. But yeah, it's been a very big part of my life, very inspirational as far as the culture, the storytelling elements. Yeah, it's me, man. Even down to the hair. That's why the hair looks the way it do, because I pretty much recreated, live action anime hair with my black hair.
Just to start with, like when we talk about like the current state of anime, like what kind of like first like comes to your mind in that frame, like in 2025, the current state of anime, how things are going, like what comes to your mind? Like
Good
just to start
question.
with.
Yeah, that's a good question. So, and I know you guys can vouch for this, but I am enjoying and loving the cultural inclusivity of it all. They're allowing, or at least they're engaging with different types of protagonists. From a boy that's deaf or mute, and mute and deaf, to someone that's overweight with Sakamoto days, like leading an anime. I love how inclusive the genre is in storytelling. I think that's been on the rise as of late, and they've really just been pushing it, like just period. And that's why I love the Japanese people. They have the ability to see the beauty and the power in anyone and anybody, which most storytellers don't do, I feel.
That's valid. That's
Yeah,
valid.
that's a good point.
That's fair. That's
For sure.
definitely fair.
Yeah.
Especially even this past year. I know one of my favorite series was like The Sign of Affection, and
Mm.
like that series also features like a person that's deaf and whatnot in the leading role, and like the way
Yeah.
that the story is like formed around that disability and both informing the audience as well as a vehicle for storytelling is definitely like a good point to expand how to tell a story, and it's
hmm
something that like as you were saying has just been expounded upon in
Right.
more
A
series
Sign of
recently.
Affection was actually one of the
Continuously.
one of the animes that I brought up to River before we got started when I was talking about
hmm
looking through animes that I've seen in the past year to give an accurate representation of what's like going on right now. A Sign of Affection is one of the main ones that came up. That was Cardiac. You introduced me to that one. I remember.
Yeah, I put you on.
So
I
agreed.
gotta check that out. Is that on Crunchyroll or where's that one at again? I know
Yeah,
you mentioned it
I'm
before.
pretty sure that's on
I'm
Crunchyroll.
I'm
Okay.
sure
Yeah,
it
it's on
was.
Crunchyroll, yeah.
Cool,
I think
cool.
so. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's on Crunchyroll. That's usually where. Yeah, no, it is. That's where I watch all my stuff. You're good. That's Crunchy.
Yeah. I think Crunchyroll is definitely like taking a lot of things, but at the same time, it's weird too because obviously with Funimation going away now to Crunchyroll, there's
hmm
still a lot of stuff that Crunchyroll hasn't had. Then we see Netflix picking up shit like Sakamoto
Mhm.
Days, etc. So
Yeah.
that's another
Yeah.
interesting thing when we're talking about like the state of anime is like how is each anime, like where is it going in terms of where it can be watched, and like
Yeah.
how is
Streaming
that
rates.
hmm
coming about right now. So that's another pretty interesting thing. Because it's like you never. I feel like in the past we talked about like Netflix like ruining certain anime in terms of the
hmm
way they released it, like with JoJo's, other
Yeah.
anime along those lines. And
They,
Sakamoto
they still
seems
fucked up Beastars. They
B stars.
still
Hey,
fucked
yeah,
up Beastars. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah.
Not
Oh,
the
yeah, you caught up
adaptation,
on
but
that yet?
the
You caught
release
up on that
schedule.
yet?
I'm about halfway, but
Type
just
shit.
the way that they released it, the lack of promotion and whatnot, it just killed what otherwise would have been like
Bro,
a
that's
Yeah.
pretty big. Like a lot of people who aren't in the anime, they watch Beastars but didn't even know that the final season was
Yeah,
out.
man. Right, exactly. I hear a lot of that. I see a lot of people that like things and don't even know that it was an anime. Like, I think one of the classic versions of that is Pokemon. I feel like, especially when you talk with like real niggas, they'd be like, "Oh, you mean it was a cartoon show?" Like, no, bro, that was actually anime. And they're like,
Yeah,
"So you saying I like anime?" I mean, you did. You did, man. Like Pikachu. And he was like, man, fuck out of here with no damn man. Then I have to go, and then I went this whole debate with him showing him like the Japanese manga, and he was like, holy shit, bro, this shit was a Japanese people made this. I'm like, yeah, bro, this ain't no American shit.
Hey
like,
man, so
"Damn,
here's Sakamoto days. You gotta go tap in.
yeah,
now,
then
man.
I go, then there's other ones. Like, you need to stop trying to hide in the closet and just admit it that you like it, man.
Yeah,
It's all
bro.
right. It's
Yeah,
cool.
it's all
Come on,
good,
here's
bro.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, I won't say. Okay, this is another thing we can touch on real quick. Pause if needed. But the anime community, I wouldn't say it's welcoming. Like, how do y'all feel about that? Because I wouldn't just say it's completely welcoming, right? Because obviously you got the gatekeepers, you got the elitists. You know what I'm saying? People who's like, oh, if you like this, what's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? Your favorite anime, Pokemon. What's wrong with you? Know what I'm saying? People like that they're not gonna fuck with you based on your taste or whatever. So how do y'all feel about that these days, like in 2025, like in terms of it being welcoming in the community?
I'll say it is welcoming. Like even when I'm on TikTok, there's this one account who just recently started getting her dad into like anime and manga.
Okay.
And he started kind of off on the deep end, reading like Berserk, Vinland Saga, Vagabond, watching like Code Geass, FMAB and such.
Damn.
But it's like a lot of people in the comments, like obviously she's recording his like journey and like asking his thoughts on these series as he's watching it. And obviously people in the comments are supporting it and then saying, oh, he should watch this, he should watch this. I feel like a lot of people, obviously, unless you don't make bold claims, obviously you're always gonna have people like judge your taste. That's with everything.
Yeah.
But unless you don't make bold claims, I feel like a lot of things are very welcoming. Like if I just started getting into anime and I watched Cyberpunk Edge Runners and I said, "Oh, this is the greatest thing ever," I can't really say.
Okay. But TK, what if someone told you that? What would you say?
That's the
Don't lie.
That is a horrendous take. One of the worst things I ever heard in my life. That is a horrendous take. But the thing is with that is like, I may have that take, but my response depends on the person. So if someone is new into anime and they've watched Cyberpunk and like 4 other shows and they say Cyberpunk's their favorite, depending on what else they've watched, I'll be like, you know what, you should tap into this, or I'll gauge your taste with the other 4 that you like, and then say, okay, I understand as to why you like this. Dylan's another one. Like Dylan likes, he has his niche of things that he likes. So if he says that such and such is bad, obviously, yeah, I look at him crazy, but it's like I understand as to why he says it's bad because it's not a part of his niche. So I won't take it as, you know what I'm saying, upfront as I would someone who may have had
So what if someone was like, all right, so I've seen One Piece, I've seen Full Metal, I've seen Monster, I've seen Don, and my favorite 2 anime are Demon Slayer and Cyberpunk Edge Runners. What are you saying?
Shut the fuck up.
I'm not gonna lie. Okay, but like, what's their opinions on the others?
They're mid.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Yeah, that's the case. I'm looking at you crazy.
The two triggers.
No, I'm definitely baiting that. Don't get me wrong. That's a cherry pick of hell. But
I know what you're trying to get at, though. But
to be honest with y'all, though, in terms of the community, I don't think there's an anime community right now.
Interesting.
To be honest with you.
I don't think we need one because, like, I kind of brought this up to the lead when we first started talking and stuff. Like, y'all say, like, what do y'all think of like the anime community? I'm like, I'm not tapped into that shit at all. Like,
because there's nothing to be tapped into.
No, there's I mean, like, it's unless you go to conventions like we do and stuff like that. Like, that's where you can see the community in front of you. But outside of like seeing the physical community at these conventions, when I'm watching anime, like, I scroll down a little bit and I see these people commenting on the Crunchyroll stuff, and I'm like, who actually comments on Crunchyroll? Like, nope. Like, I watch Crunchyroll. I don't actually fucking sit there and comment, damn, this episode was crazy. Like, I don't do that. Like, that community is like not. And so that's, I get what you're saying when you see like that. Like, I swear those are bots. Those have to be bots. There's no.
Like, those are actually even on like third party websites. There'd be people having discussions in the comments about the episode, or even on like
Yeah,
Animes
they
or
do,
Mao.
yeah.
Okay, but that's
They
different. We be
open
wondering
up-
when the next chapter.
AI is powerful, bro.
They open up threads. I would say there. I mean, there is a community like, everywhere. Like, you know, you obviously like, let's say, like, I'll give TikTok as an example. You got like the book side of TikTok, where all the people who read books, they kind of they're over there.
Book talk.
You have movie, film TikTok, bike TikTok, whatever, anime TikTok. Like, there is a community for anime.
I don't mean that there is not a group of people that watch and like anime. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that in terms of a collectivist like group of people that we can look at and be like, oh, okay, this is the anime side of the internet. I think that because of the fact that anime is becoming so much mainstream, and because of how decentralized these places to talk about it is, that there is no longer like a community for. There was a point in time where you could look at anime discussion on the internet and be like, okay, a lot of this stems, like everyone knows when a good video is going to drop. Everyone is going to talk when Bleach comes back, when Naruto comes back. Everyone is going to talk about this thing or whatnot. As we've seen over the past essentially year, there even the shows that we've said have been like blockbuster or whatnot. Can we say that the entire community watched and talked about Fern? Can we say that every
large majority?
Are you just saying that basically due to like the overpopulation of anime and how mainstream it's become, it's no longer a community; it's a bunch of sub communities that are split off? That's what you're saying at this point.
This one's I'm saying that like that's like saying, like of course yes, if you go on TikTok, there's a section of people with anime with hashtag anime that are making posts, that are making comments, that are making content, etc. Sure, but like we don't talk about the TV show community. That's not a community, like because everyone just watches. So that's my point.
So okay, what's good, Soy? By the way, and yeah, Lee, we gonna flip him in post. That's why he's sideways. But
no, you good.
Yeah. So what you call it? So that is interesting, right? So you think anime has kind of just become so widespread that it's like most people tap into anime to some degree. So I feel like in the past, and I mean I know like Leo, we even had our talk. We were kind of talking about how anime was like way more niche, like back in the day and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So like I guess now it's just so wide range. You saying it's damn near like TV at this point with how like
not even and River. I feel like to the extent we talked about like how you mentioned like a niche is even like downplaying some like Lee the way you said it, like some people will get beat up for like watching this shit. Like it wasn't even niche, it was like taboo almost back in the day. Like,
taboo was like that's the word.
Two totally different things. Niche nowadays means like people like specific anime and stuff like that. Back then you like anime, it was like, bro, you're fucking weird, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. I'll be real. I know, like, I hear that a lot, saying like back in the days, like you would get bullied for watching anime. A lot of people who say that, no, you never got bullied for watching anime. You got bullied for the weird shit you were doing. Like let's not like if someone said to you, oh, like let's say you're watching Naruto, and you'd be like, oh, someone comes and you say, what are you watching? I was like, oh, I'm watching an anime called Naruto. They're not just gonna start molly whopping you right there and then. You was walking around with lewd anime bitch or whatever on hoodies or some shit being weird. When Naruto runs in the like you was doing some extra shit for niggas to look at you crazy. I'm sorry. I don't believe that you just got beat up or bullied for just like.
Sorry to take you away from the podcast, and thank you for watching in the first place. Look, I'm only here to remind everyone to vote for the Flow Awards 2025. Yes, we are coming back this year with our own awards show, not anime related per se. Vote on your most valuable pod member, the funniest pod member, the sexiest pod member, as well as the family friend of the pod, guest of the year, pod of the year, etc. Go over in the description, click the Google form, and place your votes to see who's gonna win in a few weeks. Thank you for participating, and back to the show.
Now, Lee, what's your experience with that? Obviously,
I don't know if it's like differences over the years.
My experience supposed to have been
my experience. So,
Naruto running around.
I got a few different stories, and I love that my nigga my UK nigga Rajan. My nigga said it on he's right. I think he actually hit it on the nose. I've been trying to figure that out. But yeah, it's the weird shit you do. So
yeah.
I know I told y'all this when we first met, so I had to put on the headband to tell these stories. But
shit.
when I first fell in love with anime, I was 12 years old, 11, 12 years old. This is back when Toonami first came out. It's 2002. You know what I'm saying? DBZ was taking over, bro. This is before we had the terminology of anime. We just said, yo, them cartoons, whatever these cartoons are, these hoes is smacking. So I will run home I would get off school about 3, get home about 3:30, and about 4, Dragon Ball Z would come on. But before Dragon Ball Z came on, an anime called Tenchi Universe or Tenchi Muyo would come on before. I don't know if y'all ever heard of that.
Yeah.
I have now because of you.
Yeah, Ripper knows now. My nigga Majin knows though. So I don't know if you remember this character, Majin, but there was Ryoko. She had the cyan hair. She was a space
I'm not
pirate.
gonna lie to you. I never watched it, but I do know where it is.
Never watched. Okay. Well, matter of fact, let me go. Let me go and just get you some more frame of reference.
All right, say less.
Yeah, I gotta get this frame of reference. So this is a poster I was given as a gift from one of my.
Hold on, chat. Flip your phone sideways, chat. Flip them sideways. Yep.
Flip it sideways. So this is the Tenchi Universe cast. This is what we'll come on at 3:30. This character right here, Ryoko.
Yeah.
This is my bitch. This was my first waifu. Before the term waifu existed, I had felt feelings of not even so much sexual intimacy, but just pure raw
admiration, kind of.
I loved her. Like I was bro. So Tenchi has a harem of bitches, right? He had all these women living with him, right, in his house, and he would never pick her. And she was always with the shit. She was trying to fuck. She was trying to do all that shit. And he would be like, no, Ryoko, I'm just not ready. Because he's a fucking kid, right? But I'm like, man, you don't go fuck that bitch. I don't go fuck that bitch. Like, me at 12, bro, I was getting geeked, bro. I was, like, it got to the point, bro, that, like, I literally learned, like, I started learning how to draw so I could draw me and her together. So this is back on the weird shit. So we're 12 years old.
Yeah.
Lee is in love. Look, Lee is in love with Ryoko from Tenchi Universe, right? I'm coming to school. I'm drawing her on everything, journals, side of my homework assignments. I would learn how to write her name in Japanese and put it in my damn names, like all that shit.
You in way too deep.
Bro, this is me at 12, y'all. But look, I have no frame of reference.
At least he's being honest, though.
He's owning my shit.
Be real, bro.
So this girl, there's the cutest girl in school. Her name was Maria.
Yes, tell the story, please.
Her name was Maria. All the young boys, as our hormones, your hormones starting to kick in, they're like, yo, man, Maria's super hot, Lee, and she has a thing for you, man. She thinks you're hot and cute. And I'm like, man, no, she doesn't. And no one's just talking about me wanting to go get at her. Like, Lee, you need to go make out with her, otherwise you're gay. And that's when people started coming with the gay shit. I'm like, what is gay? And homosexuality, all that, the pressure, the peer pressure was real. So I see Maria, and they're like, yeah, Lee, you need to go throw your shot at her. And I look at her, I assess. I take a nice little peek at her. I'm analyzing the bitch, right? And I look at Ryoko, and I look at her, and then I'm like, all right. Bro, this is me at 12. So then I walk up to her. No, dead ass, bro. I walk up to her, and her friends are there. My homies are there, my little homies. They're like, so, you gonna tell how you feel? Because everyone's expecting me to feel how they feel. Just because y'all supposed to be geek, I'm supposed to be geek. Okay. Yeah. And Maria's like, so what's it gonna be? And I was like, if I'm being honest, Maria, I know you think I'm attractive, but you're not Ryoko.
No way.
You can't fly.
No way.
You don't make me feel. I was like, you don't make me feel the way she makes me feel. I literally said this to her, and she was like,
nothing's better than anime bitches.
And then all my niggas like, are you fucking kidding? Niggas
I was
fucking insane, bro.
They gave you
I would have done the same thing. I would have done you sideways. I would have done the same thing. That is crazy.
So I curved a real girl in real life.
Yeah.
For anime.
Yeah.
That's how real it was for me. That's how deep. And then of course in high school when Naruto came out, nigga, I was in that bitch. Got the headband. I was walking around. Yeah. Nigga, what do you mean, bro?
Okay, no, because I was like,
he said high school. It's the real unk right here, man.
I'll piggyback off that. I've had my fair share of doing some weeb shit. I'm not gonna front. Now, even though I get onto people, I've had my fair share. That's how I know. People wouldn't talk about you or get onto you for liking anime because everyone in school, or my secondary school at least, they knew me to be like the anime person because I was watching anime like religiously. Obviously, a lot of people in my year also like anime. I would talk about it with my homies and whatnot. But like, I would like it was very obvious that I liked.
You were one of those.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Obviously, I wasn't doing like wild shit, but I learned the fire style, fireball, jutsu hand shit. I knew how to do that, and I would scream out. Like my people would come to me and be like, "Yo, what was it that you did yesterday?" And I would do it, and I would scream out "Katon, go kaki no jutsu" out loud.
Oh,
like I've had my fair share.
They would tell you to do the roar.
Yeah, do the roar.
Y'all are legendary. This is
But like, I've had my fair
legendary.
share of doing shit. And obviously, no one
did
like
it.
bullied me or got onto me because of that. That wasn't possible. But it's like I know for a fact when people say, "Oh, back then you would get bullied for watching anime," it's like no, you would get
were
bullied
bullied.
for doing for like
That
taking it
shit.
the extra. Like, taking
You would get bullied for denying a real life girl for anime.
Yeah, but for real
Yeah.
bitch. Like,
And I can testify to that because like I wasn't
Yeah, I was just saying,
at the high school that I went to for my last 3 years. I wasn't the anime kid, but like niggas knew that like I read manga and whatnot. But like, and to be fair, I'm class of 22, so like a few years after, to say the least, both of y'all. Like, but even by then it was like okay, everybody pretty much like watches anime, right? Like Demon Slayer was the hottest shit on the block. Fucking My Hero, everybody
Demon
was
Slayer,
watching that shit.
Yeah, My Hero took over. That was crazy.
Yeah, especially here in the West, especially shit here in the South.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, like I can testify. Like even in 2020, even in 2021, like the only niggas that was getting like ragged on and shit was the niggas who was like still making ninja stars and throwing them.
Because quite literally, the easiest way I can say it is if you go to like say you go to a convention, or let's say you go to like a manga bookstore, like let's say you guys go to Barnes and Nobles or whatever, and you see the certain like the archetypes of people that be in like the manga section or that be cosplaying, like the way they act, you can tell that they like anime just from like their mannerisms. And I'm not gonna like they be on some weird shit. Like they be on some. I'm not gonna lie. No disrespect to anyone who likes anime. Like obviously, I'm not saying you have to have a certain look, but it's like you can just tell if someone likes anime or not. 9 times out of 10.
Okay. But like I feel like this though. You can like not necessarily like there's a certain people you can, but there's also at
There's
this
still
point
sleeper
though.
builds, bro. There's still
Like
sleeper builds.
like when I've told people I like anime before, and they were like surprised. You know what I'm saying? I'm not.
I would
saying,
never
like,
thought that.
I'm talking about the stereotypical type of. You know what I'm saying? Like you go to a convention and you see a guy with a body pillow. Like come on. Like,
no, yeah, I know.
Well,
I know.
no
what you- I know
shit. If
what
they
you're
have
talking
a
about,
fucking
yeah.
body
But you
pillow,
went
they
to the
probably
convention.
watch anime.
No,
You
but
went
you
to the
but
anime
you know the
convention.
archetype of. Okay, but I'm
No,
talking
we
about the
know what
archetype
you're
of
talking
people
about.
that
We
you
know what
would
you're talking about.
see.
We know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about, bro.
We know what you're talking about.
I'm talking about
But
like
also,
I'm talking
like
about
River- like River just said-
teed, sweating,
Oh,
greasy,
that's
big
okay.
booed.
That's great.
All right, never mind. All right,
Like River just said though, like even his homies didn't know that like he fuck with anime, but he has the All Might body pillow. Like I don't.
Okay, what are we doing, bro? Let's not.
I'm just
stop
saying.
with this.
Oh, did Lena
No,
know
like
that?
straight up though, I would have never if I had just met River off of just out in nature. I would have never have thought
Out in nature. Out in his
right.
vegan eating, camping, looking ass.
Bro,
Yeah.
okay, so that's what you take it. Okay, all right, for sure. For sure.
Eating vegan food while kicking a football.
River seems too cool for anime, but people like the fact that he does it just encourages me even more. But no, I was definitely on weird shit. But that's
Cool.
and you know what's crazy about it? I own my shit. I didn't run from it.
Yeah,
nigga. Now when I took my
He
shit to the hood,
ran to it. He ran to it.
when I took my shit to the hood, bro. So now let's go. We're 13. I'm in St. Louis now. I live in St. Louis. That's why I moved back. I'm going to McNair, U City, U City.
shit.
And I'm still drawing that bitch, right? Nigga, that was when it was like, yo, like, what are you drawing? And I was like, my girlfriend. And I was just,
Okay.
I hit him with it, bro. And these are like supposed to be the real niggas. These are like real niggas in the school, bro. And they're like, yo, get your cousin fucking crazy. That nigga weird as fuck. You say that's your girlfriend, nigga? I was like, yeah, it's my girlfriend.
Yeah, that's my girl.
Yeah, if I get
Yeah. And then it goes, why you sound like that? Like what? You sound like a white person.
I know, but that's bro. That's why it's like the stereotypical archetype of a nerd who's into anime. It's like, you know, when they're past that they're beyond saving. They're beyond saving.
Lee like
He can't
just
come
got
back
out
from
in
this
time.
one. He's growing into this.
That ass, bro.
We found other hobbies that pull.
I'm about to say,
Oh,
let me just ask,
Yeah.
like, while we're still on the topic of the community, or like, you know, how it's changed and whatnot. When did you start to shift from, you know, this is 2D over 3D to, you know, functioning member of society? And
This for me.
Yeah.
Okay, this for me. Okay. So the cooldown came, and this is fucking sick. This is actually sick to actually admit this aloud.
he gonna say 30. He gonna say 30.
Nah, I cooled down at 20. I cooled down at 22. But the reason why,
Brother!
I was into bro. It was so bad, bro. But that was the what I didn't realize what was happening to me is that was God giving me the power of anime. Like I was actually so turned and juiced on the power of anime. It literally stopped me from aging. It literally it gave me sauce, especially when it came full circle and it became cool. Like I'm the cool guy now. So let me tell you what happened. Okay, so I'm 22. I'm still in love. I'm still in love with Ryoko. I'm not lying. I'm still in love. But I've
9 years, 10 years.
Bro,
Had you
Y'all's gonna get married.
Crazy.
Bro, I was devoted. Like I was real. That's why we telling niggas like this wasn't like me just it's a phase. No, I was really in love. Like I was in love. So 22. Maybe.
Yeah, Batman gonna get his information out of me.
Well, hold on. It said it.
Oh shit!
Whoa, wait! He just came.
Oh!
Wait a minute.
Wait,
Lee, wait. No, you was good. You was good. Whatever you was doing was valid.
I'm still there.
Oh, he got a call.
Y'all see me?
Okay. Understandable. Yeah, we have to hear how that ends.
Man, fucking
Yeah,
rock
we
with my
have-
fucking.
Batman's gonna get his information out of me.
No, look,
The most I've ever done is like literally the Naruto hand signs and reenact Goku going Super Saiyan 3. That's the only. That's the furthest I've ever taken.
Niggas started screaming at all.
No, because he was playing football, and obviously there's like mad people on the football pitch, and I was in goal. I don't know why. I just started doing it, and
Well,
the
this
people who
man
was
went blue
outside,
line.
the people who was outside the field, like it would get to the point where motherfuckers would start telling me, "Shut the fuck up." Bro, it was the funniest shit because I was just going like my shit. I wasn't being serious, but at the same time, I was more so trolling.
Hey,
Anyone has a video of TK doing this, we will pay you. We will pay you $100,000 if you can find us this video of TK.
Mind you, he's talking about
definitely
trolling in
possible.
2012. By the way, he's trolling in 2012
bro,
I would just do the shit for like more so reaction rather than
for the bit though.
ironically.
For the bit.
bro was doing it for the,
more than me
for the
ironically.
bit. Cardiac, for the bit. He was doing it for the bit.
I'm about to say, you talking about doing this for the bit, nigga. This was during the era of Vine. No one was doing shit for the bit. You got bullied, nigga.
I did not get bullied.
You screaming.
It's okay,
in the goal.
TK.
I did
man.
not
It's
get
all right.
bullied.
You screaming in the goal and niggas telling you to shut the fuck up. You not gonna play your hair goal.
That's
Nigga,
not
yes,
bullying.
That is
bullying,
not
nigga.
bullying.
Okay.
Yeah, you're
It
right.
happened one
You're
time.
fucking kid in this place.
Oh, that's a one-time thing.
It happened one
Okay,
time that people
I
told me
thought
to
this
shut
was
up.
like every Tuesday, Thursday.
No,
PE.
okay.
I'm
Oh.
Super Saiyan.
Okay, well we need to stop.
This
Okay,
is my
now
Kamehameha
these
time.
narratives. Let's just dead these narratives right now before
I'm
they
just
even
trying to
start.
figure it out. I'm trying to figure it out. You know, like
I've
I'm
only
just
been talking
looking
about
at
show
that
like one
person.
time. I was laughing and shit. I think I almost like
One time thing is a gateway thing, sir.
I've done it more than once though.
I was saying
That's the
probably.
thing.
I can't even think of like the weirdest shit that I've done because like I've never been a drawer, so like nothing close to that. I've never.
Drawer.
I mean, an artist. So like I've never.
No, just the way you
like,
said it was funny, but
Oh, they want to talk
Um,
about. Oh no, okay. There's one thing that went.
But, like,
from-
I've-
that went on.
honestly,
Oh, no.
I got pressured into liking anime. Like that's how much the pendulum had swung by the time I got to high school. Because like
yeah,
I was the one bullying
we
niggas.
know
in
your
middle school for
story,
watching
buddy.
anime.
We know your
Nah,
story,
I
Mr.
lucked out because
Boruto.
I lucked out because I went solo.
Who's
bro, because
Boruto has a dad? Oh my! Boruto has a dad.
Yo, but
What
I
was
knew
that,
it.
anime?
I knew it. I was just trying to niggas was like, I was trying to fit in. So I'm like, okay, y'all watching Boruto and Dragon Ball Super? Bet.
I was been on that. I think literally, obviously, stuff that was coming on TV. The first thing, because this was back when we had like Blockbuster was still about, and like other DVD and
Shout
movie
out.
places where you can like actually get. You can just go to the store and get like the seasons of anime on CD. So it's like the first series that because my sister got me into anime. Well, like actually going out of my way to, watch other shows rather than the stuff on TV.
Right.
But like I went to go buy Bleach and Solia on DVD. So those were the I classed those as the first two because obviously the ones on TV don't count because of how everyone
don't know
had
that
watched
they're
them.
anime.
Everyone had watched them. But like Bleach and Solia were like the first ones that I actually went out of my way and then.
All right, I'm back.
Hey, he's back.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry, y'all. That was my one of my shorties. She's actually a Southeastern Asian woman, and she's Indian and shit, and she gets into it gets kinky and weird. But yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. But no, what was I saying?
He's moved on, guys. It's proof right here, man. He's moved on, man.
Yeah, I have. But she is Asian. I didn't let go of the Asians. I ain't let go. I ain't letting go. But no. So 22 years old. I just released my first mixtape. It was called Chasing Ryoko. I actually had a mixtape called Chasing Ryoko where I made songs devoted to Ryoko at 22
Batman
years old.
couldn't get this information out of me, man.
And if you guys want to find it, the mixtape is around there, but I literally wrote love songs to this bitch at 22 years old. And this is me as a grown man now. I'm pretty much still doing my shit.
So
I kept it a secret. I kept it a secret from my mom and dad, but...
Yeah. To confirm, how old are you now? Just so they know how long it's been.
I'm 34 years old now.
Yeah. So he's been out of the mix for a while.
This was still Obama administration though.
Exactly.
It's just killing me.
So I dropped this mixtape, right? And I posted and I go and find the voice actors.
Hey, bro, I'm trying to find this shit. I just seen this tweet from 2012, bro. Is this you, bro? I don't know.
What does it say? Is it Chasing Ryoko? Is it it?
They said, yo, download my new mixtape, Chasing Ryoko today.
Yes, that's it! That's it! Oh, God, that's it, bro! I wasn't capping, bro! And I'm not ashamed of this shit. This is lit. My life is crazy.
The link don't work though. The link don't work.
Oh, okay. It was on DatPiv. And I don't know. I think DatPiv.
Oh
went
my
down.
God!
Yeah, it was on DatPiv. Yeah,
damn.
sure. You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah,
that was you.
Cardi.
Yes.
So I dropped the mixtape. I find the voice actress Patria Burchard on YouTube. She's done like little interviews and stuff, and I followed her. I subscribed to her page, and I sent her a link to the mixtape at the time. And I was like, I just wanted you to know that you're one of the greatest inspirations of my life. I'm in love with your voice. I've been in love with you since I was a boy, and it would mean the world to me if you listened to it and checked it out. Dude, tell me why she responds to me on YouTube, like in the YouTube Messenger. She's like, I would definitely love to check it out. Nigga, you talk about my mind exploding. It was like death. Behold me. I was like, this is crazy. Like, oh my God. So I flip out. I put on a t-shirt, bro. There's an interview that you can find. Well, not an interview, but a video I posted on YouTube where I was like, Patria Burchard, thank you so much for listening to my project. I've been in love with you for so long. I'm crazy. I'm out there with it, nigga. Like, this is me, right? And then once she listened to it, she's like, if I'm being honest, I never would have wanted Tenchi anyway. She's like, I would have wanted someone like you. The fact that
Oh no,
like
that was the battery.
Bro, you're talking about. She's like, the fact that you're like an artist, you're a writer. It's like, I'm a writer. We would have so much more in common than I would with Tenchi.
Wild.
This
And
was
I
the
said,
battery you
and
didn't
then
need.
you talk about the ultimate dub. It's like, I won. I won.
I did it, guys.
You know what? Actually, I'm extremely impressed that you have like made it out of this because at that point, I don't know how you came out of that. You actually,
I'm not gonna lie. I would have deemed you lost at that point. I'm not gonna lie. I would have deemed you lost. I'm surprised. Like I have to give kudos to the fact that
because you actually won.
But
Because everything went wrong.
10 years.
The power of anime is real. That's what I
that's
was trying to
crazy.
say. It's a magical medium.
He has
So
the
then,
power of God and anime on his side.
come on, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So after that happens, we follow each other on Facebook. We become friends. I tell her about my manga Metakaisuku, where I pretty much hijacked the character and just kind of redesigned her a bit, but I based her off her and how I'm trying to make it an anime. And she's like, well, let me know when it becomes one. I would love to come back and do the voice for you. And this is us on Facebook on some just cool, we friends now. And I'm like, you know what? I'm that nigga. And I done took a bitch from another world into this world, and we have a relationship of any kind. Yeah, like so my soul let it go. That was when I could go, all right, now I can move on.
So it's kind of like a completion
fair,
thing. Like you completed the mission. Okay,
I completed the fucking mission. Yes, that was the mission.
All right, so now we finna do some other shit. All right.
Contact achieved. Let me move on.
This is crazy.
Okay, wait. You also, if I'm not mistaken, from what you were telling us, you have made a manga about Ryoko as well. Is that correct?
Yes, yeah, and it didn't stop.
Okay.
Hold on, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It only evolved. It just got worse. It just got live. It just got too live. So here, I'm gonna show y'all a few things I got here now. So hold on. So this.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, sure.
No, this is the manga. This is it. This is a character based off of me. Because I told y'all I was going to go to that world and get my bitch. Bro. So I made a whole world that I went to get my bitch. And I got it. And then this is me on the poster, some of the poster marketing. And there's my bitch right there.
Yeah.
Same bitch, same hair color. I didn't let go. I ain't let go. I said that's my bitch. And then I went to this fucking anime. Now this is where the community can get toxic.
Yeah, I was just about to talk about that.
So now it's going to get toxic. So I go on the Facebook communities, right? And I'm trying to show and market my manga to the world. Like, I'm like, look, y'all, I actually did what you guys dreamed of doing. I took Ryoko for myself. Just like all you fucking weeb-ass niggas who that geeked about when the fuck, but guess what? I actually got the bitch, right? But I was flexing. I was like, bro, I made this. Check it out. I thought the community would love it. They would see themselves in me. We would have camaraderie. You talk about niggas hating, bro. Niggas got to hate.
They was not gonna go for that, bro.
Niggas was like, that's copyright infringement. We're gonna flag your shit. You fucking whack dude. Fucking. Wait till she would love it. Like, all this kind of shit coming up. And I'm like, bro, I thought that we all loved her and I was just brave enough to do something about it. They're like, nah, bro, you can't just do that. Why can't you come up with your own stuff? She's not just your waifu. She's my waifu too. I was like, well, nigga, you draw it and you do what I did then. See if you can do what I did. She's my nigga. And then Patria jumps in. Patria jumped in the mix. She was like,
the voice actor?
Yes. She was like, you guys, listen, honestly, I respect Lee's craft and what he's done, and he has every right to share his love and appreciation for the character. Just
how
like
the fuck did you get out of this? How did you grow?
So my Facebook got blocked. Someone like submitted something. Facebook went through my shit, flagged my content, and I literally got kicked off of Facebook due to copyright infringement. But me and Patria still kept up. But the community got real toxic, very possessive, very quickly. It was wild.
That's crazy. So okay. So how do you think it would be different? Like, let's say you drop this today. Do you feel like people would be more welcoming of it? Just out of curiosity.
No,
absolutely not.
No, still the same reaction.
Same, yeah, no. So when you get deep like the way I got deep, that level of fandom or appreciation, it's going to become toxic. You know, look at what I was doing, nigga. I was fucking 22 years old, crying like a grown man crying over a character that doesn't exist, and really feeling them feels and then trying to share that with other niggas. Niggas wasn't hearing that. I was crazy to niggas. I look weird as fuck. Now, when it works with some of the women on that side, especially Asian women, you know, in a way they find it flattering that, you know, someone like me would be that interested in them, you know, especially if it's like through the lens of Japanese anime. And I've had some kinky, interesting relationships with women through that, which that does exist, where someone like me is just adored, but they also exploit people like me with the OnlyFans and stuff. Like, I feel like that community specifically targets geeks who don't get laid or get girls, because they do the whole Spider-Man thing and anime this, and y'all don't even watch that shit yet, but they're baiting. It's pure bait material to attract losers like how I was, into just paying that $10 a month so she can do and be your favorite anime character.
Yeah.
I be feeling sorry for my niggas. I be like, damn, Lee, thank God you got out of this shit before this shit. Cause Lord, I would have been that bitch going dumb.
I couldn't.
Yeah,
couldn't.
that's
I'm gonna lie. When I be seeing certain
The
people
fact-
online, like when I be seeing like chibi reviews and whatnot, I just like, God bless my life
Nah,
ain't turned out
Fuck
like
that
that.
nigga.
Nah,
Fuck that
like
nigga.
when you
God
say
bless
I
my
can
life ain't
understand
turned
though
out
how
like that.
that entire community fucking flipped on you, because if you think about it, like, you're right, like you got out, right, but there's so many people that didn't. And so imagine if you're in that deep and you like and you see somebody else achieve what you want, you're gonna be salty as fuck.
Bro,
Like, it
Yeah,
sucks that they're
especially-
like
yeah.
that. It sucks that they're like that, but it's like, you're right, you get in that deep to that level of like passion, and everybody else has that same level,
Like, that's your
and
life.
they're
This
seeing you
like
do
that's
that.
their lives, bro.
They're watching their greatest dreams slip through their fucking fingers. They're gonna be salty as fuck, bro. They're just
I'm
that's
not
all
gonna
that
lie.
is.
I'm not gonna lie though, speaking on that, like saying that's their life, that's another thing too, is that as anime has gotten more popular and kind of, you know what I'm saying, globally accepted over the years, a lot of people that made it their personality back then, because obviously back then, like, you was kind of seen as different or looked at a certain way for liking anime. So it's like they made it their personality, and now that it's like globally accepted, a lot of people who made it their personality are mad and trying to like gatekeep things because they don't feel important anymore. Like, a lot of people, they be like, "Oh,
They're not different no more.
you're not a real anime fan if you wasn't watching it on YouTube in 360p and 5 parts." Like, no one gives a fuck. Who cares? Who cares what you had to do to watch shit? No one cares. I was doing that, but I'm not gonna sit here and tell someone, "Oh, that just started last week. You're not a real anime fan." Like, what is wrong with you? It's not your you made it your personality, but it's bigger than rap. It's bigger than rap.
It's that gatekeeping, elitist shit, bro. Like,
I
you just feel
get
like it's not just you no more. Like, it's not just a select group. Like, you trying to make it that, like, you feel like it's just this instead of your thing being, globally. Now it's a global thing, and I feel like people, like, they get scared almost because it's like, oh, like, that's not me. But in reality, what I feel like the thing is you should be happy for that. Not saying like, oh, like, these people don't have a right to kind of like, feel that way when they've been a fan for so long, whatever. Because I do get that too. Because it's like it becomes a whole different animal when it becomes a global thing. But at the same time, it's like now
with the same beast.
Yeah, when it's something that people could have got bullied or at least maybe told to shut the fuck up on the football pitch before, and stuff like that. Now it's more it's more accepted. You know what I'm saying? So not saying you could do that necessarily, but like if you're watching anime, if you're reading manga, doing whatever, like people gonna like fuck with you and stuff like that more so than in the past. And now you can actually have conversations. Like I've had conversations with people about anime that like you just wouldn't have expected to have these conversations, or even if not, you bring it up. And people not like, wait, you watch anime? It's more like an interest. It's actually, I've kind of heard about that. I've maybe heard about this, heard about that. Wait, what do you watch? Maybe you need to put me on something. You know what I'm saying? Pierce K. Jackson. Maybe River does need to shut the fuck up. Pierce. Maybe we gotta have some problems. Okay, I don't know.
No, but I hear you though, because even if like I said, you go to the bookstore or you go to certain places where it's like you can see that there's a group of people who like anime, it's like you can just randomly just start up a conversation, and it's like people will just be fine, like open to be having conversations about anime, and then you just leave and like it's just regular now.
Yeah. I guess just to before we kind of move on to other topics. Oh, okay, I guess Lee.
I was talking about I gotta get ready. I'm about to head to this set here, so I can still be on the phone. I just gotta get ready to shake to this set. But
sure.
I agree with everything you guys are saying. You guys are making great points, for sure. And I'm glad you're allowing me to kind of show my side of things. Because now that I'm on the other side and I've stabilized, I got some real shit in my life, real people, real relationships. It has very much so enriched my life. So then on the other side of what I've experienced is like the relationships I've made. Like I'm friends now with the social media manager from Viz Media. His name is God's Will. He lets me go to Comic Cons for free. He gave me a full tour of Funimation Studios. I met Chris Sabat. I met
Fire.
who else did I meet? Yeah, Chris Sabat. My nigga that did Sean Schimmel, Goku. I met him. They let me get in the booth. I got to see how the voice acting process is, and I got to see them do this. I watched them actually record voiceover work for Dragon Ball Z, the first movie, that when they came back in like 2000, when they fought Golden Frieza or whatever.
Resurrection.
Yeah, so I came during the live when they were doing the recordings of it.
Fire.
And you could see, like, I got to see Chris Sabat switch between being Piccolo and Vegeta. And I was like, I was like, when he was doing it, you know, they're actually having to match the mouth flaps, so they got to match that shit when they're talking. And he was in there, like, you know, saying his lines, and he go with the Piccolo. His Piccolo voice is just a deeper version of his normal voice. And then with the Vegeta voice, he just rasps it up, and he does this and does that. And I was like, so, like, are you switching your brain? And all he was telling me his background. And when he talks, when Chris Sabat just talks, he sounds like All Might. Like, he sounds like All Might by nature.
Yeah. Does he do All Might or no?
He does.
Yeah.
So he's just like, yeah.
No, River's gonna DM him.
River, you should know this.
Bro, chill, bro. Chill.
But no, he's
trying to fool us.
But no, so homie he was just breaking down his process, and he was just saying, you know, you just feel out the voice, and you kind of match what you're seeing. And I was like, did you have a lot of say in what it sounded like? He's like, I did. He's like, he actually voice directs a lot of the other voice actors. So Vegeta actually leads, or Chris Sabat guides Sean Schimmel on how to be Goku sometimes. Like, he'll literally be in the booth and have him redo lines and all that shit. So yeah, no, it's been wild. And then I went on tour with this thing it's called Vibe House. It's in Houston. So I do like a live set where I show my manga on display while I rap and do my music. Now my music has gotten far better since then as well. And I do hip hop, pop, alternative music and all that. And I mesh in and sample anime beats and anime music, theme music, remix it, and do all of that. And you talk about just there's a hentai club actually in Houston called Zanaku.
Imagine.
Bro, it's called the Zanaku, and I got invited there. Right, I'm friends with the DJ there. I did a show there.
I was with you on everything until this. This I can't co-sign.
No, it's wild. Now, what's crazy about the club though is it's actually packed. I'm talking people from all walks of life go to this club, and it's anime themed all the way out. It doesn't hold back nothing. When you go to use the restroom and piss, there's like girls in the stall, like with their legs spread open, like with their tongue out and shit. And it's anime girls and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? And I couldn't believe how cool this is now. I'm over here walking around, giving my book out, people buying my book, signing it. And I'm talking fine, gorgeous women that probably know nothing about anime all on me, bro. Like, it was like, this is wild. And I just go back.
Anime clout.
Yeah. And I just go back to me being bullied. And I go back to my niggas thinking I was crazy and weird. And now it's like my crazy, weird shit works in this part now, in this day and age. And I'm just, so it is wild though. But it's been beautiful.
Kanye about to go to one of these and not tell us.
Nope. You see, you tried to make the joke before me. This is now the place that I know Dylan is circling on his map.
Wild claim.
No.
Why are you saying true, Majin?
He's low-key not wrong. You're taking notes right now as we speak.
Bro, when have my hands been moved? That's wild.
Hey,
That's
man.
wild.
Buddy, I was with you last DreamCon. I know where your eyes went when we were walking around the convention.
Leo, are you gonna come to DreamCon?
Yes. Oh, 1 second, I'm coming. I just gotta hang this up real quick.
All right, bet. I had to ask.
No. So I do plan on going to DreamCon.
Let's go.
People have already invited me out, and they told me they want me to make an appearance. And I've met RDC World once when I was out there. We're looking to try to bring the Vibe House to DreamCon, so I could do a show out there. That's like one of the next things we're trying to network and get our thing going.
We got to slide, bro.
Yeah, no, dead ass. And if I do that, I'll definitely invite you guys out, of course. And you guys can come and enjoy the splendors of that.
Dude, absolutely. If you're out there for DreamCon, we got to link at some point.
For sure. For sure.
I'll try to have our stamps all around DreamCon.
River, I don't know if
we're in the process of trying to get another panel for DreamCon.
Yeah, we working on
We got one our first year and went nuts, but last year we weren't able to secure one, so we're on our shit this year trying to make that.
Yeah, no, please, bro.
Make
Like,
that
yeah,
go.
definitely get this going, man. Like, I love what you guys got going. I love the camaraderie. I love the way you got everything organized. You guys are really good at this. This is my first podcast. Do you guys get the privilege of getting my first podcast? I've never done this ever.
Oh
Fuck
shit!
yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Nah, you're amazing as a podcast
Your
guest or
storytelling
just
is
like part of
fantastic.
it.
I'll
Period.
say that. Your storytelling is fantastic.
Storytelling is
Hey,
amazing.
Pierce, you maybe can come, bro, if you're nice enough, bro.
If he's behaving.
Yeah.
We could shift onto something else, talking more anime like actual anime.
Before we shift I think Lee's got a dip and shit. So I don't know if River or Lee.
Okay, I just wanted to ask him his quick opinion on something.
Yeah, please.
Okay, go ahead.
What's like? How do you feel about? Because obviously you said you've been like kind of in about anime for a long time.
Yeah,
like, you've seen old stuff and like newer stuff.
Yes.
How do you feel about like the shift of? Or what's your opinion on like? Do you think there's a quality shift? Like, do you think there's better anime now?
Hold on. Speaking of this,
shows, like,
speaking of this, we were just talking about RDC, right? Before we do that, I literally had just seen this. I have bookmarked this, and this is like literally the perfect thing because I was literally about to bring it up.
But I ain't gonna lie to you, nigga. Back in the day, they dropped hits, nigga. Nigga, Bleach hits. Fullmetal Alchemist hits, nigga.
Naruto.
Nigga, I used to
Bleach and hits don't go in the same sentence.
Rewrite Fullmetal Alchemist. Open for nigga. Bars, nigga. I don't know what them boys talking about. Bars. I know.
Oh, you talking about the openers? Oh, no, facts.
I knew a nigga was eating.
I knew a nigga was eating.
You know what a nigga eating. Don't y'all niggas know when a nigga eating? Come on, nigga. Namikaze satellite. Pause, nigga. You're.
We might gotta skip forward a little bit.
I'm talking bars, man.
Let's skip forward a little bit.
Cause he basically just talked about how like, okay, you good.
Okay.
I forget what he said, but we could try to play it, or just wait for me to come back.
Just make some random shit. Oh, now it's
my bad. As long as you can hear, you good.
Hey.
Or no? Yeah, okay, you can talk.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Nigga, shut the fuck up, nigga. Niggas had that shit, bro.
Is he talking about like just openings? Like,
no, it wasn't just openings. It was about like the quality of anime in general as well.
Because I know what video you're talking about. Yeah.
Okay, bet.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out when he's actually talking of substance.
Yeah.
They had the shit. Y'all made them drop the shit. Fuck. Niggas always want to come in this motherfucker talk about some different shit. Nigga, shut the fuck up, niggas. Niggas always hating.
Okay, go back a little bit more. I think he said to take just a little bit farther.
Everything you've played, he's saying stuff, but he's saying nothing at the same time.
Okay, here, now play it from here. I think he said to take like here.
He's just mad.
Like he's
just mad.
He did say the take.
Nigga, Bleach. Nigga, open the sink.
Okay, just let it go. He about to say the take.
He was really doing that shit back in the day, but now niggas gotta judge every motherfucker that moves. So
this gotta be the most judgmental generation.
For sure, niggas gotta come out there with some extra. Just make some random shit. Oh, now it's fire. It's artistic, man. Yeah. Niggas, shut the fuck up, nigga. Niggas.
Okay. So basically, I know. I'll explain it again when Lee does come back. But basically, like what he was saying was, anime like it used to not be like so judgmental towards it that they were dropping more consistently. Whereas now we won't get seasons very quickly because like they have to work so hard to perfect everything, so it'll take longer for them to actually drop the seasons of anime as opposed to just dropping heat. You know what I'm saying? He's saying that it's
okay. The only thing I hear it like because obviously a lot of people complain about a lot of things. Some be valid, some's kind of just nitpicks, and everyone because a lot of people, especially on Twitter, when you go into comment sections about animation or whatever, the only two things they know is Mappa and Ufotable. They just be talking. But like generally speaking, it's like I feel like it's a standard they've set for themselves. Because like over time, things are gonna get better quality wise. You know what I'm saying? They have better things to work with, better staff, better time management and such. It's like back then, obviously, it's like same thing with movies. It's just the standards they've set for themselves. You know, you want to always, there's always room for improvement to perfect your craft. So it's like, yeah, we had bangers back then. We still get bangers now. But like, it's just, I think it's just much more like, I don't know how to explain it.
People look in the past with rose tinted glasses.
Yeah.
Because the things that stand the test of time are the things that stuck out. So when you look back, you're not gonna remember the fact that alongside Bleach was also Full Metal Panic, alongside Naruto was Zatch Bell, alongside these, and that's not to say that these are bad shows or bad adaptations or have bad animation at all, but like it's to say that there is always going to be the standouts. There's always going to be the exceptions to the rule, and whether it's about spoiled fans wanting more of that, like every generation has people who want more of the top, right? And with things getting better, and just the natural progression of like TK was saying, of technology, of animation, of time management, etc., it also comes with things taking longer. So see, it's going to take longer to produce that quality season over season. So a season is going to take longer. You have more studios producing more shows to give more series a chance at stardom. So things are going to take longer because you have Mappa working on 17 shows trying to finance one season of Chainsaw Man. Like, and because
we can just take Naruto. We can just take Naruto as an example. Yes, like a lot of Naruto, a lot of people remember Naruto as being like a gateway for anime for them and being like one of the best that they've seen. But also, it's like if you look at episode by episode, for the most part, it's like most of those episodes, quality wise, dog shit. A lot of the episodes in Naruto, and that's because they were just doing weekly. They were just dropping it weekly. I don't really remember if they had because they were catching up to the manga. So it's like now they manage it to the source material, whereas back then it's kind of like they push it out. If they catch up to the manga, filler. And it's like pacing was bad back. Pacing was horrendous back then for a lot of these older shows. It's like, yeah, sure. Do we remember these older shows being like good in our minds? Yeah, but at the same time, it's like there's still a lot of negatives. Like pacing for the big three and Dragon Ball, just those four, the pacing is like the worst, like some of the worst.
Yeah, no, facts. It's like
back to get his last ones in.
Yeah, I made it back. You guys.
Lee. We just I wanted to get your how do you feel about older anime versus like new? Do you think it's improved? Taking a step back, like how do you what's your opinions on
good question
kind of change?
Yeah, no, I feel like I feel like it just depends. I definitely, as I've gotten older, and I'm sure you guys have gotten this way as well with your exploration into the genre, but I definitely watch, or I'm more geared to watch animes made by particular studios.
Okay.
Like Wick, Madhouse, what's the one for Jujutsu Kaisen? Who does them? Mappa. Mappa kind of, you see, even with Mappa, when they start using the CGI shit, that to me, I don't like that. That to me is cheap, it is quick, and I get that they're trying to keep it with demand, but when you compromise the quality for demand, it's not worth it to me. Just take forever. I feel like audiences wouldn't mind you taking forever to make it look as awesome as it can be. Kind of like how they did with the Dragon Ball Super movies. Why couldn't Dragon Ball Z look like that all the time? You know what I'm saying? Why couldn't it always be that?
I think part of it is obviously they have the focus on the movie specifically, but it's also a time thing. So if they weren't trying to drop the episodes every week like they were, because what Mark was saying was, they were dropping hits every week. It was more consistent. We wasn't waiting as long. But in reality, we're still kind of waiting for the hits and quality because the big fights may have a better uptake in animation and stuff like that, right? Or whatever. Whereas, a movie may have uptake because they can focus on it. So it's type shit.
Also, what Mark was saying too, this just comes from you, one knowing how all of this stuff is actually constructed. So, in Japan, they're typically super ahead of all of us. They've always been ahead with where they're at in story arcs, where they're at in the pacing of it all. In America and everybody else gets the back stuff. While they're moving ahead, we're getting all the back stuff. So like all the things as they come in as they come, because they got to get the voice actors hired. They got to then redo the voiceover in that language and then redistribute it to that audience, right? So when it pertains to like when they were saying how they were dropping weekly bangers, bro. They had the bangers lined up for years. We were just now getting them. Like I remember with Dragon Ball Z, bro. When we were on Frieza, they were already near Boo, and we didn't even see Boo. We were still in the Frieza saga, and I will go on the internet in my computer lab and be looking for pictures and sneak peeks of the new saga because we didn't have it yet. We were still on Frieza and the Saiyan saga, and like they're like Super Saiyan 3 is gonna happen. Nigga, what do you talk about those Super Saiyan 3?
I never got the Super Saiyan 2.
Bro, I'm saying, like, what you mean? A 3 was a 2. Then it's like, man, they got Super Saiyan 4. I'm like, Super Saiyan what? In Dragon Ball GT? I remember Dragon Ball GT being like a fucking theory. Niggas didn't even know if that was even real. They're like, they made that up. Someone made it up. I remember that shit happening all the time.
And then the Super Saiyan 100 shit. That
exactly. The Super Saiyan 5 with the white hair. That Dragon Ball AF. I don't know if anyone heard of Dragon Ball AF. That was some shit in the 90s. So I think that it is. I will say this: the quality of storytelling has gotten better. I would say that. I think overall, the way the anime has evolved with their storytelling is incredible. But what has been compromised is the art, is the visual element of anime is compromised with the usage of CGI. I feel like that really had that to me that takes me out of it. Like I can't even immerse myself in it too deep. Now, who I think does it really well is Chainsaw Man. Does a good balance of that. And there's another anime I recently watched. I hear say Sakamoto Days has a little bit of some CGI in there, like 3D anime shit, but it's done with restraint.
Yeah, it's more so about knowing where to use it, how to use it, kind of thing.
Yes, exactly. Like cars. Inanimate objects, yes, but people, or like Attack on Titan, when they had the CGI Titans, that was horrible to me. I hated the last season.
I'm not gonna lie. You don't have to watch this if you don't want to. But I will give a recommendation of a show that does CGI. Like have you seen? Did you watch Dragon Ball Superhero?
Yes.
Did you like it? Like how it was animated?
Are we talking about the anime or the movies?
The movie.
The superhero movie, the most recent one.
With the most recent one with Gohan.
Yes. It was tolerable, but it was
I thought that was me. Sorry.
No.
I was reminding myself of superheroes, so I was pulling it up on the side.
Oh, you got cut out, Lee, by the way.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah, we
can
hear
you now.
Oh, that's when Piccolo got his new form, right?
Yeah, Piccolo and Gohan got a new form.
Piccolo and Gohan got new forms. Yeah, the CGI was not it for me. I did not like the CGI.
You didn't like that? Okay, never mind. I won't give my recommendation then. There's a series that does CGI really well to the point where you don't even realize it's CGI. It's called Land of the Lustrous.
Okay. I'll check it out.
What's your guess? Girls being correct.
Now, that's one thing about me with anime. I'll always open myself up to it to give myself that chance to have an opinion. But man, I'm definitely from the era of like drawing it all. Like I'm talking Ghost in the Shell, Standalone Complex. That one uses CGI too a little bit. But it doesn't.
Ghost in the Shell's fire.
I just reminded myself what Bonsai Pop looks like.
I was about to say I haven't seen a Bonsai Pop video in like over a year, but
I don't know what that
it's just a guy. It's a YouTuber.
He's just an anime YouTuber.
Yeah, I don't know. I think for me, I'm kind of like
if you look
in the middle of
I'll look him up real quick.
Like if stories have gotten better, only because there's a lot more censorship now in what you can get away with.
Back
then, you can get away with a lot more shit. But like I feel like now
that's because of the means of production and distribution that like Lee was talking about. Of like, it even from a perspective of like comparing old to new, you can't forget the fact that previously you were at the whims of a television network to get the rights to distribute, to select, to censor themselves in order for it to be broadcasted on.
I'm just talking about like in terms of like story, like in terms of like story, like themes you could take
like what they
with things you can do within a story. Obviously, censorship on like shows is like that's another.
But even then, because of the avenues of digital platforming and whatnot, that escapes still the the
Kinda gets
caveats and
out.
a Weekly Shonen Jump series. The reason why Chainsaw Man switched publications from Weekly Shonen Jump to Jump Plus is because there's shit that you can do in Jump Plus because it's a digital
you can't do it.
platform
Yeah.
that you just can't get away with in Weekly Shonen Jump. So even still, distribution and production is still like the biggest part of that.
Yeah, I mean, I would say my biggest issue is probably the pacing, because obviously I feel like now it's so rushed to get through certain parts. You're trying to get to the next big thing every time. Like, for example, I think a good example is Jujutsu Kaisen. Is like they're trying to get to the next big fight. They're trying to do this. They're trying to do that. I feel like it feels very rushed. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that happens in a lot of newer anime. To say that, where it's like
that's how Gege wrote that shit.
I'm not
Gege just can't write down time.
I'm not saying
as much as I know.
In the manga as well. In the manga as well.
Okay.
I hear you wholeheartedly, but I genuinely just think JJK is just supposed to be structured
yeah,
that way.
Gege just.
Yeah, I don't
write down
like a pace. Obviously, you may not like it. Obviously, you're not a fan of it. Obviously,
newer manga, newer anime are generally paced quicker these days, which is a good and bad thing.
Yeah.
I agree with you because that's something that has been noted in a lot of the successor to the state of Weekly Shonen Jump videos. A lot of the even the new manga that have been canceled 10, 20 chapters in not even a year in publication. We can still know within 30 chapters this is what Mama Yu Yu is about. This is all it is. Yeah. This is the formula that they're following, and they drop it from day one because of the competition, and because they know that off the bat, 30,000 people are going to read the first chapter. Legally, illegally, all around the world, 30,000 people are going to read that, and that is way more than any other manga that's about to be canceled. Way more than any other series that's on the chopping block has ever had access to.
And
because of that demand,
my problem too, though, and that's what I'm saying, because we also got to talk about the audiences that's consuming these these mediums. It's like they complain about something not being up to standard, so you take your time to try and refine it, and then they complain about you taking too long. So it's that's in terms of animation. Then in the story, it's like, oh, when are we gonna get to the meat and potatoes? Then you get to the meat and potatoes, it's like, oh, this should have been developed more. It's just like you can't win. Regardless, you can't.
And that's a fair point that Market had with the judgment. I'll give him that. I think that was fair.
And I was gonna say too.
I don't know.
I did have a question.
I think it just depends. Yeah. Go.
Oh, go ahead.
Is me?
We go ahead. You good.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say so. After this we can leave it, but I was gonna say with the speed and the urgency to just satisfy, the consumers. That, I feel, gets in the way with not only just anime, but movies. The Marvel Cinematic Universe suffered with that. We're in an age where everyone's really greedy. And I feel like anime has slipped into that as well. Even down to them continuing story arcs that don't need to be continued, fillers. It's all about making money. And then the quality of the story is compromised more than not, just off of that alone. So, back in the early 2000s, when things were still when anime was still kind of a niche thing, the beauty of it not being so popular was they didn't have that pressure of having to cater to an American audience as quickly as they can and make all this money, right? Samurai Champloo was a part of that wave, Ghost in the Shell, Rurouni Kenshin, Gundam Wing,
Cowboy Bebop and such.
Cowboy Bebop, all these things, they could just take their time and just tell these awesome stories, fully drawn, great voice acting cast, and there's no rush. But because of the greed and because of the consumer demanding shit, and especially Americans, so we don't have any patience whatsoever.
Oh, 100%.
Not at
They've
all.
got to answer to that, and what's compromised often is the quality and CGI, and then also pacing, like you mentioned, a river where you got these fillers that are unnecessary. You got shit just get through this real fast and just get to the fight scene and make that the best thing. No, bro. So that's all I got to say about that. I feel like greed has a lot to do with it.
Yes, greed. And my follow-up question, because Lee, I know obviously that you are kind of in the works with your manga and also making it into an anime. Yeah. So how are you going about kind of tackling these issues kind of as you're doing that? I was curious.
Oh, wow. Good question. Good question. So I definitely aspire to be, because I'm the only black mangaka that I know of.
We know a few. Shout out TR. Shout out my guy TR.
Yeah.
know a
So
couple.
I know that being something that's new is a new concept as far as black authors being mangakas. And I always tell people there's a difference between a mangaka and a comic book writer. Like the storytelling, the pacing, the panel structure, the way they use their panels is completely different than American comic books. Like, so I always tell people you got to have a different kind of. Manga has its own kind of language essentially. But what I'm doing is I'm going to be a representation of what it was back then. Like my specific manga / anime series is going to be 4 seasons, 26 episodes apiece, and that's it. There's going to be an ending. There's a beginning, middle, and an end. And I believe in endings. I believe endings are so important, and I feel like a lot of animes miss their chance for a perfect ending for the sake of greed. Once again, Dragon Ball Z, for instance, the perfect ending to Dragon Ball Z, if we're being honest, was Cell. Like that was the perfect time to walk away. Gohan steps up, right? He mans up. He shows his true potential. He's the new protector of the universe. Goku's dead, right? And then that's it, though. Like Dragon Ball Z would have been so beautiful and honestly more cherished if it ended like that. But because of kids like me and us who wanted Super Saiyan 3 and 4 and all this shit, well, we got to give them some. And then literally Akira Toriyama ran out of stories to tell. He literally repeated like with Goku Black. I don't know if you ever saw the anime Tree of Might. Y'all seen the Tree of Might, Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that was pretty much the first Taurus. Yeah, he was the first Goku Black. This nigga brought back that concept again. Then literally brought back Frieza again. You got Frieza Gold, Frieza Black. Cell ate and drank niggas, right? He consumed people. That was part of his thing. That was the creepy part of Cell. What did Boo do? Boo turned you into a cookie and eat you. Everybody was just getting eaten, and it was just repeat, rinse, cycle, repeat. And it's like, stop. Now you're looking like, now, Akira, you don't look like a good storyteller. You're like, you don't know, you just here just cranking this shit out for the sake of,
Yeah,
like, I don't care anymore, bro.
I will say, to play devil's advocate for a certain, with the Boo saga, so, like, obviously, I know a lot of people, they give, like, Toriyama flag for Gohan's character within the Boo saga. That's simply just because,
he couldn't be the main character, I feel like.
Right.
Toriyama was struggling to write Gohan as the central piece of the story. Right. Plus, I think also, obviously he was getting a lot of pushback for Goku being dead. Yeah. People didn't want Goku dead. So
the fandom. Yeah. See, boom.
And that's the thing. I get that. That's why I can agree. I can agree with you on that front. I think it's like a lot of the times it's like these mangakas, they kind of cater to their fans instead of doing what they want to do, and then they lose out on the authenticity on their story.
Or they cater to the people that are paying.
I'm about to say, let's not forget the fact that Dragon Ball, when Dragon Ball was in serialization, that magazine was selling 5 million copies a month.
Yeah, they were not letting him make that shit.
He was not ending that shit.
So even the same thing with editors. Editors, they also obviously they have like a say on the stories before they get published out and whatnot. So editors, they be saying no, don't do like I'll keep bringing this up. Undead Unluck. Have you watched Undead Unluck, Lee?
I have heard of it. I haven't watched that one. Yeah, I've heard that one.
Okay, so I like the first few parts of the story, they would just did a whole bunch of like sexual jokes, and that was because of the editor. Like when the manga was being created, the editor was telling the mangaka, "Yo, like do this joke," if I'm not mistaken. And then it just got to the point where I feel like he just said that he just doesn't want to do it anymore. And then it's like the story got much better once he just cut out the unnecessary sexual jokes. So it's like mangakas don't have as much power as we think they do, unfortunately. Like companies be messing up their stories, the editors and whatnot. It's unfortunate. The industry in Japan is kind of fucked.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
To say and that's another thing.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say I'll let you talk, River. But my whole goal for when my shit becomes an anime is I'm gonna be in the meetings, and I'm gonna have a translator with me. And I'm gonna be like, this is how this is gonna go. No greed. We're not gonna operate from greed. We're gonna tell seasons 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I plan to end my whole shit with a live action movie of it Like that would be how I kind of ended, like on the as far as like the final sequence of the story will be in live action. That, which I think is I've never seen that before. So
Yeah, never. I ain't never heard that.
Yeah. So I want to do it like that. But once it ends, it's over, y'all. It's over. Like I'm literally gonna be in there. Just don't call me about the spinoff for Lee the Myth when he's old. Don't call me about, you know, what happens after. Now I see myself doing prequels, like, and I'll do like I'll take like maybe a character and I'll do like a background story with them, like you can see how their upbringing, like an origins kind of thing, maybe. But nothing more than that. As far as like continuing it on and we getting older and the generation next, like that's where Naruto lost me. It's like I grew up with all them kids, bro. Naruto and all them. I became a man with all them niggas. You know, I don't care about his kids, bro. Now I get it that they trying to. It's about the next generation after you, right? But the story is like, what are we trying to say? Like, what's the message? Like, and I feel like the message always gets lost for the sake of greed, and like he said, the editors and everyone loses sight of what they were trying to say because they just want to make some money, you know? Right. So I'm done. That's all I got to say.
No, that was really going to be my point, was that, like, so your plan is basically to just, okay, you have the structure, it's planned, you're not going to compromise it. It's okay, this is how it's going to go, this is what it's going to be, and that's how I'm going to tell my story to the perfectness of my mind. Like, how it's perfectly outlined in my mind is going to be how it is in the anime and the manga. So I feel like that's pretty beautiful in a way, because it's like, not a lot of people, I feel like, maybe that is the answer to some of the issues in terms of the stories and stuff. But it's going to be very difficult given the manga industry. But I think what's very cool about what you're trying to do is you're trying to almost already have the plan going in, almost doing it outside of what the industry can kind of take a hold of you and kind of make you do, right? So that's pretty cool type shit.
Exactly, yeah, man. It's super important, and it's just like we gotta, as a creative, we gotta fight for that. And I definitely feel like artists like Kendrick Lamar, for instance, who I was like one of the greatest to ever do it. He takes his time. He doesn't crank out like Drake. That's another thing with Drake. That's why I lost sight of Drake. I couldn't rock with Drake no more. Not that Drake isn't talented. Not that he can't do this shit. He's cold-blooded. But we see you too much, bro. It's not special anymore. It loses nuance because I continue to see you, and you take it for granted. It's like being a thirsty nigga trying to get a bitch. If you always in the bitch's face, DMing her, texting her, how you doing, babe? Want to do this, babe? Hey, I thought about you today, babe. You become, it's whack. She loses interest. You don't give a shit, and she'll go move to a new mysterious-ass nigga who don't call her every day, who has hobbies and shit. And I feel like things can become richer again if we just lack or we minimize our exposure till we can appreciate more. And through appreciation, you'll get the biggest dopamine hit you ever got. Like, could you imagine if we really just stopped making Star Wars movies? Like, and then one day,
God, don't get me started, nigga.
Bro, when I'm 50 years old, someone drops some shit, that makes more sense. Nigga, we got How to Train Your Dragon, nigga, and that shit ain't been out for less than a decade, nigga. Why do I need a live action How to Train My Dragon?
Because How to Train Your Dragon is goated. It's one of the few perfect trilogies in my mind. How to Train you Cardiac, you almost got started. I just got started. How to Train Your Dragon is one of the most perfectly crafted trilogies of all time. I watched number 1 and it's good. I watched number 2 and it's better. And I watched number 3 and it's the best and it's got an ending.
Bro,
and it's
the live action though now is too soon. It's too soon, but it's greed.
I guess,
but that's another thing. They want to turn everything into a live action. For
it's because of the repurposing. It's because of the money. It's because of the like you were saying. Of course, it's all tied to capitalism. But like, it's not only is it that, but it's the thing that like American comics have been able to capture and whatnot of creating forever stories. And we talked about it when we were talking. I forgot who we had on to talk about One Piece getting readaptations, and then. Yeah, it was Johnny. One Piece kind of getting turned into a forever story of, okay, now it's a new generation. Let's remake it. All right, let's perfect this. Let's remake this arc. Okay, let's repurposing in a fan letter and whatnot in this adaptation, in this different aspect or whatnot. And that's how you create a franchise. That's how you create a franchise that lasts forever. But even beyond that, it's really disappointing because I hate Bethesda. This is out of left field. But the video game company Bethesda, I hate Bethesda. I hate first person RPGs. I hate Fallout. I can't play that shit. I hate
Fuck you, if
Skyrim.
you say fuck you, Cardiac. Fuck you,
I can't play
fuck
Skyrim.
you,
I can't
fuck
play
you.
it.
Go jump off a building, Cardiac.
I can't play Elder Scrolls. I can't play Elder Scrolls.
Fuck you.
I don't know.
Fuck
It's
you.
just,
I'm still
it's
waiting
just
for
not
Elder
for me.
Scrolls 6. Fuck
It's
you.
just not for. But the one thing that I understand from Todd Howard that he's said is that there is value in not creating. There's value.
Yeah, because I'm still waiting for Elder Scrolls 6.
There's value in the and granted, sometimes it can get ridiculous. That shit got announced before they even knew how they were gonna code Elder Scrolls 6, and they announced it 7 years ago. Like that's ridiculous. But even beyond that, there is value in just taking time between releases. There's value in the story being over. There's value in a sense of finality, in a sense of weight, in a sense of especially as a singular creative, being able to add life experience, being able to do research. I think it was the Vagabond manga. The reason why that is on it is because he's venturing out into different countries and getting these experiences to be able to incorporate into his story. And as a sole creative, as a mangaka, even if our perception is warped by the industry and by different editors and whatnot, the idea of you being the singular creator and needing to take time to perfect your series by not creating the series inherently is something that's very much undervalued when you step into the boardroom and out of the writer room.
Yeah.
And I think that's something we're recognizing with the overconsumption of a lot of things, but for the purpose of today, anime and the overproduction of it.
Cardiac's put it right on the nose. That's exactly how I feel, and that's what I want to represent. And a lot of what my storytelling, even with my film writing, I pull from anime a lot as far as my story beats and things that have happened, and I want to represent that the culture of it to the levels of authenticity that I want to provide. But I'm definitely one to I believe that the people don't know what they want a lot of times, and they don't understand themselves. They don't understand their psychology to why they like a thing or what's making them want to do that. And I want to be the voice of that. Like I want to get back to I want to be the voice of true storytelling where there was a beginning, middle, and end. Because we have to come to terms with things having an end. And I feel like that's a lot of what's fucked up with the way we kind of view our relationships, especially romantic relationships with women. A lot of guys get hung up on the idea if she's the one or he's the one or whatever. And it's like, no, there's millions of the ones. Matter of fact, you have more say in who's the one than the universe ever could. And if something ends, like if you're with somebody and you don't like them anymore, it should be okay for you to close that book and go on. Like it shouldn't be like we should just, really. Now if they're worth fighting for, yes, but if it's compromising, and it's causing you stress, like the bitch that keeps calling my phone, she won't let me go for shit. She done left me for another nigga, went to Louisiana, married this nigga, divorced him when she found out that my dreams were coming true, moved back, and she's trying to keep me in her pocket while giving me some coochie every now and then, but then she's trying to like I could be your secretary. You can't be my damn secretary. You could be my wife or my bitch, but you ain't gonna be my damn secretary. I'm like, this pussy's mine all the time, okay? There's no more of this games being played. But she's all trying to control me. It's like, baby, if it's over, it's over. Go be with another nigga, though. And she's like, but it ain't over because I can't let you go. I'm like, so you want us to be and I said this, like, you want us to be a forever story? That's what you want? Yes. No. And I hung up the phone. This is no forever, baby. There's death, baby. Death is real. And this shit done been dead. I said the pussy was good, but that love gone. I don't love you the way I did. I told her this shit. I was like, I don't love you the way I did. I'm a whole nother person. That nigga you loved is dead. If anything, that nigga you loved done left this world. I'm with Ryoko now. I'm dead, baby.
This nigga here, boy.
I got my bitch, baby. I did that, baby.
Yeah, like I don't love Naruto more, man. Fuck board, man. Like I don't know, man.
Oh my god. No, you spit it.
It all correlates in
spit
some
it,
way.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, dead ass though. But I want to be. That's why I want to be. I want to be the symbol of like things should have endings. Structure is okay. We don't need to make all the money in the world off this one thing. And that's why I love Samurai Shampoo so much. That's why I love what else? What other anime? I feel like Wolf's Rain. I don't know if you guys have heard about that. That's classic.
I've been meaning to watch Wolf's Rain for a very long time.
It's one of the greatest ever. Oh my god, it's emotionally just it hits. But
I'm about to say that and Mushishi I have been right next to
Mushishi, yes, Mushishi, adapt. That's what I'm saying. Like 26 episodes, maybe 2 to 3 seasons. Call it quits. You don't need no 140 motherfuckers. You don't need 305,000 nigga. One Piece. I could never take the story seriously because I know it's gonna go on forever. So who cares?
I'm not gonna lie though. One Piece is worth the journey.
See, that's what I keep hearing. I like the live action.
Journey,
I love the live action. The live action for me is like it allows me to re-experience it again because I hated the art style. I just hated the way it looked. But I do love the story beats. So I'm going to follow it through the live action because they kind of condense things too in a way. But yeah, the fact that it went on 1,000 episodes, I want to get into it, but it literally takes the air.
You can watch One Piece is basically the condensed down variation that only includes the manga stuff. Yeah, that's what I'll be watching because it's so much easier to consume.
Still a lot though, River. Don't make it seem like it takes out a lot.
It goes from 1,000 to 700 episodes.
I mean, I don't know if that might be the case, but that's still a lot better. So I mean, hey, if I can save that much time, what's fucking 300 times 20, bro? I'm saving hell of time, bro. That's 100 hours of my time saving, bro. Man, come on, man. But
the thing is with One Piece is like when you're going through it, even like early stages, you think like, is it like how can this get better? Well, not really early stages, but where would I say like Skypiea? I mean, well, because I love Skypiea. I love the story and the lore and shit. But it's like every time you reach a point where you're like, how can this get better? It gets better.
Hey, by the way, you guys, my phone's about to die, so I'm gonna get off here, okay?
Yeah,
we're gonna try and get you outro here in a second, but I couldn't find a spot. So I just wanted to say we appreciate you for getting on here, man. If you want to tell us before you get out of here, do your thing.
Hey, Lee, before it's the case it dies, send us all your shit in the Discord that you want us to plug, man. Just you got a lot of shit going on, bro. Make sure y'all go check them out, bro. Lee, if you want to plug anything, go for it real quick, bro.
Y'all plugging in. So I'm Lee the Myth. I'm at Lee the Myth on the IG. My YouTube is like Boodle41. If you want to find that, that's like old, but I don't use it for nothing. But I'm primarily on Instagram. I just I'm dropping a film this summer that premiered in San Diego, the San Diego Film Festival. So I'm dropping that in Texas here soon with my crew. I'm actually headed to a movie right now, a movie set actually, to help out with that. I'm working on new music, so we're getting that cranked out. And I have Metakazaku's available on a few different things. It's on Amazon. You can buy it there. I have it on this other site called Blocktoons, where you can like subscribe and get chapters by chapters. But I'm dropping those as chapters. If people want a physical copy of the book, they can definitely DM me on my IG. I can get you guys one. Send it out. Check it out. There's more new shit coming out, man. We're just gonna keep working, you know.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah.
All around creative, man.
Yeah, man. That's fire, bro. That's fire. Hey,
Google it, look it up, and you can find all that's on Google. Like you Google Metakaizaku, which is Kaizaku is pirate in Japanese. You'll see everything on there. Everything.
Okay, yeah, and hey, definitely send if you got links you want to send in the chat, we'll add it to the YouTube just to make sure we got it all, man. But hey, appreciate you coming through. Looking forward to hopefully you coming on again at some point. I'm sure we can talk about it. Gonna be fire.
Yeah, I would love to.
Yes, sir, bro. Of course. But hey, good luck with everything you're doing. We'll chop it up soon, man.
Hell yeah, River. All right, bro. All right, my nigga.
All right, y'all, bro. All
right, easy, man. Thank you for joining,
bro.
No problem, buddy.
For sure. And with that being said, I don't really want to continue on too much more. I think we just need to get him outroed and stuff like that. But I think that kind of is a good aspect of a lot of different things. The current state, we touched on, the past and how things developed through Lee's story. Like the story is very interesting. Like I said, make sure y'all go check him out. We are almost at 100 followers on Twitch. So if y'all watching on YouTube, make sure to go to the Twitch. Even if, you know what I'm saying, if you can't tune into the lives all the time, tune in when you can, but follow us. Trying to hit 100. If you want to, watch the Twitch ad free, you can subscribe. If you want to see the behind the scenes content, you can tap to the Patreon. We got so much good stuff coming for you soon. We're gonna have 2 pods dropping a week. By the time you've seen this on YouTube, we're gonna have a couple dropping a week. I know Cardiac's trying to catch him on the editing. Shout out to him for that. Make sure to like this video. Let us know what your thoughts are on the current state of anime in the comments, man. Subscribe to the channel because we're almost at 1K subs. If you want to be in the first 1,000 subs of the Flow Anime Podcast, man, subscribe now because time's gonna be up soon.
Once we hit 1K, we all know we're blowing up, y'all. Once we hit
Bro.
1K, we know it just skyrockets from there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Come on,
Either that or
man.
we're selling the channel.
DreamCon,
Well,
we hit DreamCon. If we're not at 1K by DreamCon, we will be after DreamCon, and we'll probably if DreamCon, we got to make a big plans.
If we, I'm thinking of upgrading this to DreamCon, but we'll see. If we don't hit 1K by the end of the year, we're ending the pod. So if you don't want to see us in the pod, subscribe. I'm dead ass. If we don't hit 1K by the end of the year, we're ending the pod.
Or we're selling
that means we folded. That means we folded. There's no point in continuing. Possibly
Fair
even
enough.
by DreamCon because we got months, bro. We're gonna be locked in soon, man. Make sure y'all fuck with us, man. And yeah, bro. I think in terms of the stream, we won't be live. We might be live the next week doing some shorts content and stuff. So make sure it's happening with us there. But yeah, bro, we're gonna have pods dropping. We're gonna have things going. Whatever. If y'all got anything you want to outro to the people, go ahead. I know it's been a couple weeks since we've been here, but.
Oh yeah, man.
I'll
Just
be back
thank you.
soon, everybody. I have
Yeah.
stuff going on.
Shout out to Dylan for being here, man.
Well, I say the
Shout out
king
to
of
him, man.
Isekai
I
is
promise
back,
I will
man.
be back. I swear. I'm trying. I am. It's tough.
We're gonna be locked.
Y'all
bro.
will understand later.
Yeah, and yeah, bro. We'll get things all
Absolutely.
situated, bro. Tap in with us. But yeah, bro. Without that being said, we love you all. We love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for getting this far. Flow out. Peace.
Hey.
Peace, y'all.
Ciao, y'all.